What's up, guys? Zay from the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to show you guys an easy cover 3 one-play touchdown out of the gun bunch formation. But before we get into the video, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys take the time to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Zay Madden YouTube channel. If you guys want to take your game to the next level in Madden 21, check out my strategy site, gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron Game Plans is your one-stop source for all things competitive Madden. Every week in our Vault update, we take a look at the meta, or the most effective tactics available being used by pro players on the MCS circuit, breaking down not only how and why the pros do what they do, but most importantly, how you can counter those metas when you face them in online gameplay. On top of that, your subscription includes every single offensive and defensive game plan released on the website while your subscription is active. And we just released my brand new Nickel 245 game plan on the website just yesterday with over 2 hours in breakdowns. And in fact, I've already added a brand new create your own blitz setup to the game plan as an update after 1 day. So head over to gridirongameplans.gg. $9.95 per month unlocks the entire website. Okay, guys, without further ado, let's get into today's video. I'm gonna show you guys a kind of a flip trick, a little bit of a hot route trick that you guys can use to get a inconspicuous one-play touchdown to your tight end, believe it or not, against cover 3. As you guys know, EA kind of patched cover 3, took away some of the over-the-top throws. Yes, there are ways to get those back in bunch in a more conventional fashion, and you guys can take a look at the website for those breakdowns. But there's also a pretty sneaky one-play touchdown formula that you can run from the gun bunch, and the play is verticals. Now, with this particular play, I would recommend that you have an outside apprentice to kind of give yourself other reads on this play, but the one-play touchdown doesn't require an outside apprentice or a hot route master at all. In fact, all you're really going to do is come out with your play verticals, flip to the short side of the field, and this is, again, going to work against a cover 3 style of defense. So let's go ahead and call one real quick. I'm going to call cover 3 sky, and let's go ahead and place the ball on the short hash. So what we're going to do here with this tip is we are going to take our outside receiver and place him on a comeback route. And then we are going to flip the play. And then from there, what you're going to end up doing is you're going to take that solo receiver, that's the outside apprentice, or if you have a hot route master, you're going to put them on a fade stop, and you're going to smart route that route. From there, if you have a backfield master, or if you have a hot route master, you can put the running back preferably on a table route. And that's going to give you a high-low read with the fade stop and also the swing or the table route. And then over the top of that, you're going to have this crossing route, the stock crossing route that is found in this play. Now, in particular, what's really interesting about this play, and you don't necessarily have to motion snap if you don't want to, is that if you end up getting time, and right here I've got a player I might have to take out of the game here. I'm going to slide protect and double team. You're going to use the comeback route to pull down the outside third, opening up this fade over the top to Tanyan. So I kind of want you to see how this works here. I'm going to roll out, see how that pulls down, and that's going to give you this outside pass lead down the seam to Tanyan. And it's a really, really sneaky way to get your tight end open. Now, obviously, most of you are probably running a Vernon Davis that's 97 or 98 speed on your theme teams, or you're running a Darren Waller that's 96 or 97 speed on your teams. You're running a fast tight end. Obviously, Bobby Tanyan is not the fastest guy in the world, but this tip is going to get him wide open. So again, here you kind of see how this works. Right here, if you're dealing with an edge threat, you know, or a speedster or whoever, you're just going to kind of double team and slide protect in that direction to get that double team, allowing you to kind of roll out. And then from there, you're going to be able to kind of throw this ball up on the run to Tanyan for the one-play score. Really, really simple way to get your tight end wide open for a touchdown. Now, let's go ahead and focus on the backside of this play. Let's go ahead and set it up here. Again, you're using the fade stop route and smart routing it. Here on the back side of this play, you've got a fade stop. Now, if you take a look at this, the smart routed fade stop goes to about 15 yards. You guys know on this channel, if you've been following me over the years, that the fade stop smart routed is probably my favorite route for beating zone in the game. And the reason for that is that it gives you a nice little curl flat read, but it's a deep one. And then the fact that you have this deeper route over the top of that fade stop is going to pull any deep zones off of that, leaving this guy pretty well wide open on the play. If you take a look right here, you're gonna see that Adams runs this route, and right here, if we throw it, yes, he's covered. But if you wait a split second, you see how this deep over route pulls that route off, or that zone off of him, leaving him wide open. So in this situation, say you can't roll out, this gives you the ability to kind of sit in the pocket and give yourself that read. So if you're patient, he's gonna back off, you throw that gunslinger or whatever throw velocity ability you have into that hole. Now, if they go ahead and they set their zone depths to 25, obviously you're gonna have a table route underneath, or you know, you're gonna have ways to kind of you know, fit that throw in regardless, because they're gonna have to set their depths closer to 20, not 25. If they set him to 25, the guy's gonna be behind him by 5 yards, which is gonna give you the ability to make that possession catch. Now, again, if you want to take that a step further, you go back to the tip from last week where I talked about how you can use deep out elite on a fade stop to make sure that they catch the ball in traffic, which, you know, makes that a lot better. So let's again go ahead and kind of focus back on the one play touchdown side of the play. You don't necessarily have to set up this high-low flood on the back side of the play if you don't want to. If you have a playmaker option on the backside, like I know a lot of you do, you definitely can go with something like this, which will, you know, kind of give you that ability. I forgot to do that there, but you see right here how, you know, again, you can kind of fit that throw. Obviously, I had to get outside to the right to be able to pass lead Tanyan over the middle. I forgot to set up my protection, but you kind of tell right here, like if you want to have a playmaker option, you can put them on a slant right here. Obviously, you could use a different route than the, you know, the post or whatever, the crossing route to Lazard. If you do run a seam, the problem is he's going to pull that middle third too close, in my opinion, to Tanyan, that you're not going to get the separation you're really looking for on this play. So if you kind of tell right here, you know, it actually pulls that outside player as well all the way back. So don't use a streak to Lazard. Do not recommend that whatsoever. No, another thing you could obviously do to kind of pull that center fielder is if you want to use your outside apprentice, you can put him on a skinny post. And what that's going to effectively do is that's going to give you a way to kind of basically pull that center fielder from going over to Tanyan to having to split the difference with Adams. So maybe you go ahead and do something like this, where you know, maybe you give yourself a flat and a comeback route in a skinny post, and that allows you to have, you know, a check down on the sideline. I'm going to get shed right here. But you see right here, obviously Adams, he gets there too quick, right? So that throw has to be open a lot sooner. You know, something else you might do is you might go ahead and flip the play and then streak Adams and motion him into the seam. And what that does is just has him run the seam and pulls that center fielder away. Obviously, this might be a little bit more of a tell that you're trying to beat cover 3, but it also runs off the coverage for the deep crosser to Lazard. So you could run something like this as well. That way, if you can't roll out, say you get you know, a speed rush or whatever, I could still throw this ball to Lazard right here. Hopefully you get a better pass lead and better catch animation than that right there. But you see that route breaks open. So there's a lot of different things you could do with this play, but the fact that this tight end route is going to be so open for a one-play score with an outside pass lead, again, just pay attention to whether or not your opponent has a rush ability that's going to like edge threat you or something like that off that side. You know, give yourself underneath check down options. That way, if you get confined to the pocket, you can still, you know, hit the underneath read. You definitely tell right here that Tanyan is just so open on this play. Obviously, if you want to put like, you know, a deep out elite on your tight end for this throw as well, that's something that some players do because they throw corner routes and things like that at a bench pivot. You can definitely tell that this is a very, very consistent one-play score against cover 3. It's one that not a lot of players in the community actually know about. So I wanted to go ahead and share this, especially after the patch. So if you guys were having trouble with cover 3, this should give you some one-play scores that you can look at. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop those below. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys also subscribe to the channel, as we do content all the time. And I'll see you guys later with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get the lab and good luck.